Have you ever noticed how many people are cynical about the future? Have you ever noticed how many people already have it in their brains exactly how things are going to work out? And have you ever noticed how those people, they're always right? That nothing ever really works out. Nothing ever really goes their way. They're writing prophecies for themselves. Cynicism is rampant in our society. And not just in the realms of politics or finance, it's everywhere. My name is Ed Trevors. I'm an Anglican priest in the Diocese of Nova Scotia in Prince Edward Island. I get to serve in the beautiful town of Shelburne, Nova Scotia, in the awesome parish of Church Shelburne that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. And today, I want to talk to you about the dangers of cynicism. So a couple of days ago, I watched this really great interview between Dr. Robert Reich and former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner. Dr. Robert Reich is an author and former cabinet secretary for President Bill Clinton. He's an economist by trade. Former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner was, just up until recently, she was the co-chair of the campaign, Bernie Sanders' campaign to win the Democratic nomination for president. And in this conversation, the former senator talks about some conversations she's been having with young people in her community, in her district. And she mentions that these young people, they have no real expectation that their vote is going to matter. They have no expectation that their vote's going to make a difference in the long run, that it's going to lead to any kind of change. And she comments that this is a really, really dangerous attitude. She's wildly empathetic about how they feel, but she also understands that the cynicism they're carrying is going to offer them zero going forward in the future. It's not going to do anything for them except take them out of this present moment. And the thing is, for me, as I was watching this interview and this wonderful conversation that was taking place between these two people, I know that not all of you have these similar political views, and I pray that won't stop you from listening further. Because as I was listening to them talk, what I realized was that the wisdom they were sharing was not just something to apply to the 2020 election or to the numerous elections we're having around my hometown or my home province. We have one probably coming up soon, or one coming up in Canada, but rather it was something we can apply to life. Cynicism, by definition, is an expectation that nothing's going to change. All right, that things are the way they are, and that's just it. Nothing's ever going to change. By the way, for those of you out there that know that I'm studying Stoicism, it is not the same thing as Stoicism. Stoicism is not the same thing as cynicism. But cynicism, by nature, is judging the future before it happens. Cynicism, by nature, is a form of judgment. We judge the future and how it's going to unfold before us. We're judging a future experience, a future event, and we're applying against it. Perhaps it's our fears, perhaps it's our expectations, but we're judging the future. Now, Jesus in the Bible has that famous line that most people know, "Judge not lest ye be judged." I suspect that's the King James Version. We see that generally as we shouldn't judge other people, or we will be held to that same judgment standard. But shouldn't that also apply to our future? Judge not lest ye be judged. Don't judge the future. Don't waste your time judging the future, or it's going to come back to haunt you. It's going to come back to bite you in the backside. Judging the future is a waste of time. It's us literally taking that little bit of energy we have in this present time, and it's taking that energy and it's spending it on a future event that we really don't know anything about. It's spending that energy on a future event that may or may not turn out the way we think it will. It's spending that emotional energy on a future event that we may or may not ever have to live through the way our brains tell us it's going to turn out. It's a waste of time. And cynicism, as Miss Turner and Dr. Reich, as they share, cynicism gets us nowhere. It doesn't help us achieve our goals. As a matter of fact, cynicism stops us from dreaming. Because there's no point. I already know it's not going to work out, so why bother dreaming about it? It stops us from planning because there's no point. I already know how it's going to work out, so why bother? Cynicism is about trying to read the future. And cynicism ultimately means that your future is going to look no better than your present or your past. It's all going to be the same. Cynicism is the realm of the hopeless. It provides us nothing. It takes us out of this moment. It takes our dreams, it takes our hopes, it takes our plans, and it throws them all away. Cynicism will not fix your relationships. Cynicism will not fix your romance. Cynicism will not get you a better job. Cynicism will not lead you to increasing your training. Cynicism will not lead you to a better life. Cynicism will not lead your community to growth and health. Cynicism has no place in the world. Not today's world. Today's world, we need dreamers. Today's world, we need visionaries. Today's world, we need planners. Today's world, we need workers. And those people simply can't exist inside the world of cynicism. Listen, if you find yourself in a continual cycle of being a cynic about what may or may not happen, of being a cynic about people's motivations and what they're actually thinking and what their plans are, if you find yourself continually falling into that pit of negativity that comes with cynicism, please reach out to me. Reach out to me in the comments. Let me know. Look in the description. You'll see an email address where you can reach me directly. I'd be happy to work with you. I'd be happy to talk to you about this. And in the comments below, let me know what you think. If you agree with what I'm saying, fantastic. If you disagree with what I'm saying, fantastic. If you have a question about what I'm saying, fantastic. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, and may you know the peace of being in God's presence. And I pray that you carry no cynicism, that you waste no time trying to predict the future, that you spend your energy dreaming and planning and working. Amen.